Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are welcome to another soccer game. I believe this is girls varsity.
Yeah, girls varsity.
Girls varsity versus Rahway. I'm joined with my other host, Kelby Pereira. How are we feeling today, Kelby?
I'm doing pretty good, Brandon. How about you?
I'm doing amazing. Early day, really beautiful outside, looking good for a good game, especially against Rahway. I believe Rahway is 3-7, so this should be an interesting matchup here. Looks like they're getting ready to take the field, so we'll see how this game plays out.
We got the Vikings taking the field, and now Rahway. So, Brandon, what are your predictions for this game?
You know, as a Viking myself, I'd say Viking win always. But again, fair sportsmanship to everybody. I'd have to say I'd just expect a fair, clean gameplay today. Especially by the last couple of games that we've seen against Rahway and Union Catholic, especially in the years. Union Catholic's always managed to pull off a win here. So I'm definitely expecting a Viking win today. But again, it's just whoever comes on top. That's for sure. What about you, Kelby? What are you expecting for today's game?
I'm expecting a pretty good game, Brandon. You know, Vikings on top, but hey, it really leads to who shows more determination.
There you go. And we've seen it in not just soccer, but other sports as well. We live stream volleyball as well, especially that last game against Williamstown, which was a Williamstown win. But Union Catholic came, they fought. Sadly, they lost that battle, but you know what? They came back. We can probably do the same thing in another sport. Who knows? Looks like they're getting ready to start here. Union Catholic starting. Looks like it's right now Rahway ball, or Rahway has
Nope,
control.
it
Excuse me,
is
out of bounds on Union Catholic. Throwing it in.
good ball movement by Rahway. Oh, and good defense
Turnover.
by UC.
Yeah, there you go. Turnover to Union Catholic. Looks like Rahway can't get a hold of that ball there.
Ooh.
Take it back. Spoke too soon.
UC ball again. Don't worry about that.
Just letting you folks know at home that Union Catholic is blue in their home uniform and Rahway is white in their away uniform. Rahway throwing it in.
Ooh.
Out. And that was a nasty kick there by Union Catholic. Thrown in by Rahway. Rahway making its way back into their own home turf. Out by Rahway.
I believe that was out by UC.
I believe you're right, actually. Looks like it's going to be a goal. I wouldn't say goalie kick, but it's just going to be a kick in. Wouldn't know the exact
It's a goal.
terminology.
It's a goal kick, but
Goal kick.
it's just the defenders kicking the ball.
Not the goalie.
Good defense by Rahway.
Good ball control, especially by Union Catholic.
Yeah.
Their offense is looking good today.
The aggression Rahway is showing right now is very impressive.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Especially the ball control here by Union Catholic. I mean, you look at all the movements Rahway's been trying to get that ball from. They've withheld that ball, making it all the way down to the field, especially into this little box Rahway has them in. See, it's still Union Catholic ball. Kicking it back. Will Union Catholic prevail and get this goal here? Kicking their way back down the field. Kicking it back down.
But just to make sure, there's ties in girls soccer, right?
Yeah, I believe there is a tie. So as we saw in boys varsity, it was 1-1-1.
That
Yeah,
goal
I
by
believe.
Ennis.
Yeah, 1-1-3 now. So 1 win, 1 loss, and I believe 3 ties. I could be wrong. That's just the numbers I remember.
Oh.
Out of bounds. I believe that was on Rahway there. Could be wrong. Thrown in by Rahway here.
UC ball.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had some technical difficulties on our end here. Looks like we'll be getting back with Union Catholic hold.
It'll be Rahway goal kick.
Out by Union Catholic. Now Rahway control. Throwing it in. Union Catholic really fighting to get control of that ball there. Rahway comes and prevails. Now under Rahway control. Now toss over to Union Catholic, excuse me.
That was a good gap right there left by the two defenders.
Yeah. But good for Union Catholic, though, making their way down the field.
Us.
Yeah, even better for us, especially.
If they could get someone in midfield right there in that triangle that Rahway has, that would be like a good in and out pass all the way down to the offense.
Yeah.
To score a goal.
I mean,
watch, you see, you get 3 players in the middle right there. Let's no triangle. You say you keep her there. It's like you just like pass it. You look for a player, pass it out, pass it back in, pass it back out.
it's kind of like monkey in the middle, but
Yeah.
you got defenders on each of the lines instead. But we saw before. I mean, I believe the last game that was played by the Union Catholic girls, there was a actual monkey in the middle game here, but it was trapped right on the top, right actually on the line of the half. I don't say half court, but I don't know that terminology, but right on the half of the field there, right on the top. Midfield. Thank you. Union Catholic was stuck, managed to make their way out of with 4 defenders on them, 2 inside. Union Catholic still prevailed and made a way to get that goal. So good for Union Catholic there. Looks like Rahway will now have control of the ball here.
Good defense by UC.
Ooh, nice defense by Rahway. Still turnover for Union Catholic.
Ooh. You see that gap in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
If they could get a player right there, I think that would be an easy, what's the word, like a good source of goals, You pass it down, you pass it there, and possibly you could get a good, kick enough to score a goal. Never know.
You never know. You get a player somewhere that nobody really expects.
But I think our angle from up here is much more differently than what they're playing. So it's like, and for 2 people who don't play soccer but understand the sport, it's different for one who plays and coaches the sport. So it's like,
Yeah.
Up Kelvy, I think they're taking their advice. They went right down the middle. Now, when you had said down the middle there, did you mean in between the writing of Union Catholic and Vikings right there?
So what I saw from up here is, so in their formation, they have as they move the ball, there's
Mm-hmm.
a little gap in the middle of three players. I call it like a nice little triangle, right? And and from my knowledge is that if there's like a gap in the middle, like that, what you do is you like the term that we use is you sew like the needle. So it's like you pass it in the middle, and then you kick it right back, and you start moving along to till you get an offensive what's the word offensive attack to score a goal. And it usually works, but it's really about mastering it. And then if you master it, guarantee you'll be scoring at least 3 goals a game.
Yeah, practice makes perfect. Talking about the triangles, talking about the practice, it reminds me a lot of Phil Jackson over in the basketball world with his triangle offense and defense, Calvi.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe you guys are on the same wavelength.
Who knows? Union Catholic gonna be throwing it in here. And Rahway comes and prevails, getting that out of that little I wouldn't say trap, but that pile of players all together there,
Yeah.
passing down
You,
past
you,
midfield.
you can't really let that happen. A bunch of players compacted, because I mean, it makes it harder to score, but there's also a little bit of opportunities that, you know, UC can benefit from.
Yeah, well, I mean, you also really got to give props to the player who actually gets the ball out of there and turns it over to their team. I mean, Rahway you saw there pass it down, but still turned to be Union Catholic. Looks like Union Catholic can be taken past midfield, charging toward Rahway's goal.
Intercepted by Rahway and kicked out.
Out by Rahway. Still.
And
Thrown in.
goal
Goal by Union
UC.
Catholic. There we go.
That was scored by number
Number 9, I believe.
no, not number 9. I think it's number 2.
Well, number 2 for Union Catholic is, bear with me here,
Was it number 2?
Addison Fudale.
Might
She's
have
a
been
senior.
no number 7.
I believe that was number 7. That'd be Madison Farrell, senior.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, number 7.
Well, that was a good goal for us. I mean,
Hey, we had the lead, a nice early lead against Rahway,
that's good.
and now we could lay back, but not not go 100%. You could lay back, pass the ball around, play some defense, and get some offensive pressure because now we have the lead and we have control.
I mean, if you saw that goal there before, Rahway wasn't expecting that. I mean, that was a simple kick in. I mean, the goalie, I don't even think there was any contact or even try to prevent that ball from going in. I believe they were still stuck in this little trap that they set on themselves. Union Catholic managed to get out and score that goal, but you still got to give it to Rahway, though. They're still really putting their work in their defense. Not all the work in their offense, but their defense especially, trying to get that ball under their control so they can bring it down and get a Rahway goal. I mean,
With the lead that we have now, we're now putting Rahway against the wall, so we have control. And although it may be first half with only 29 minutes left, it takes a lot of time and patience to score a goal.
yeah,
So
especially.
with that goal that we have now, we're putting them in a serious situation. So, so now we're just all we gotta do is we can't like take our foot off the gas pedal, but we could slow down a little bit.
There's always the breaks.
Mhm.
Yeah, park the bus a little bit, play keep away, just run the clock down.
Union Catholic making their way down to their own side. Rahway still really trying to get control of that ball there.
You see with the pressure. You see right there, those 3 players,
Yeah, that's
That's
the
what I'm
triangle
talking
you're
about.
talking about. Yeah.
and there's nobody over here. She could pop up right there before the defense notices. We could put offensive pressure.
I mean, especially when
And you could see all the players colliding on one side,
yeah.
leaving here wide open. See, she pops down right there, and she could pass it for maybe at least a good shot, whether the goalkeeper blocks it or not.
Well, especially when you form something like that, you got all the focus on that,
Oh,
especially
what a
from their
spin move.
defense. See, that's what I was saying before. A compact pile of players, just all Rahway, and at least one Union Catholic player I saw there still managed to get it out. Union Catholic ball here, but as I was saying before, you got when you form something like that, like a triangle, square, whatever type of a trap they set, you really have to get some player there that's really not in the open, because you got all the players from that team setting up that trap there to focus on it, so they can see which player will crack first and they'll give them the ball. But if you get that player, as you were saying before, they can pass out and possibly even get to the goal or even score a goal, because you still have all the players still trying to rush and chase that ball. So which will give you only a 1v1 you against the goalie there. Looks like that'd be out by Rahway, thrown in by Union Catholic.
Thrown by UC.
Out by Rahway.
And a little way in through this first half, guys, how important do you think it is that the Vikings have had such a higher amount of ball possession during the course of this game so far?
I mean, it really gives us an advantage right now, and especially with our goal that we scored, we could, if we can manage our ball movement more, we can burn clock and burn time, so Rahway doesn't get the opportunity they need.
Most definitely, most definitely. I mean, it's also really good for us, because with more ball control means more pressure on the field, especially this 1 point lead that we're withholding by Rahway. And right now, only 20 minutes left into this first half here. I mean, you really got to give it to Union Catholic. Their offense and defense is looking great. Rahway has an amazing defense. A little bit of work on their offense, but their defense is really the only thing really holding themselves together right now. Their defense is the one that's really trying to turn over that ball, trying to get that ball over to Union Catholic. But to answer your question there, Union Catholic is still coming on top, pushing forward, and we saw before getting a goal. Looks like it'll be a goal kick by Rahway here. Ball is up. And looks like it'll be under Union Catholic control now. Pushing their way up the field here. Past midfield. Now under Rahway control.
And with the oh look,
Now over to Union Catholic.
goal kick maybe. Goal
Believe
kick.
so. Goal kick by the goalie.
And another possible goal kick. If not, a throw in. Intercepted by use. Nope, Rahway ball.
Rahway making
With
their way down the field.
attack, nope.
Turnover to Union Catholic. Past midfield.
That's a good pass and
Out by Rahway though. Still a Union
defense.
Catholic ball.
real good defense.
Yeah, most definitely. Thrown in by Rahway. Believe that was out by Rahway here, so it's going to be a Union Catholic throw-in.
Out again. Believe that'd be out on a Rahway there. I could be wrong. Yeah, out by Rahway. Throwing it by Union Catholic here.
And intercepted by no UC ball again.
You see, really fighting for a control here.
And they're really passing the ball. Is what you really gotta admire.
That's for sure. Good. Looks like it'll be a thrown in. Or a goal kick, excuse me, by Rahway.
UC ball again. And that is
Out by Rahway. Thrown in by Union Catholic.
uh
Out by Leave. That was on Rahway. Union Catholic throwing it in. Really fighting to get this ball down into that goal again, giving them a
Rahway ball
2-point
and
lead.
intercepted once again.
Union Catholic looking really good here with their defense, most definitely. Really trying to gain control of that ball, but Rahway comes on top and prevails, making their way down the field. No, but take that back. Union Catholic pushing their way back down. Excuse me.
Ooh.
That wouldn't be.
Goal.
Oh, that was close. Looks like
I'm not gonna lie. That looked like a goal from up here.
Yeah, it did. It'd be nice to have somebody down there, but wow, that was close by Rahway's goalie there.
That's a moment where that goal line technology could come in handy.
Really, it really could.
Yeah.
And go. That was
fight
that was
for
a
the ball.
push.
Yeah,
I can't lie.
that was a push, and it looked like from up here a fight for that ball.
I mean, hey, you gotta admire. Rahway's gonna do what they need to do to not give UC a more of an advantage.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it might have been illegal, but I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah, especially get control of that ball. But still, Rahway's goalie there really had a lot of pressure on her right there. Most definitely, especially because dropping that ball first really almost gave us that 2-point lead. But
Did they sub in goalkeepers?
I don't believe. No, I believe it's still the same goalkeeper.
No. She was wearing white. If I'm correct, they might have subbed in Gabby Rhea Senior, number 11.
Matter of fact, now that I see it, like you could be right, but better just double
is that a
check. But
shirt? She's wearing a shirt. It might not be the same person.
well, I mean, especially after that play there, it might not be the same person. So you might be right, Garrett Kelly.
Yeah, it might be Gabby. I'm not sure, but I'll say one thing: it's not the first goalkeeper.
Well, hopefully, if this is the same goalkeeper, the next goalkeeper, then we'll be making that same mistake again.
Ooh, huge mistake. But
Union
you see
Catholic.
ball again. Oh,
There you go.
and
Union Catholic stopped. There we go.
that's not the same.
I don't believe. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, or
Yep.
I see, I don't believe that was the same
I
player.
believe that is number 11, Gabby Rhea. Yep. So Rahway did make that substitution.
Union Catholic looking good, especially holding that control, making the way pass down to their goalie. Pushing it past midfield. Pushed back by Rahway.
Ooh,
Still Union Catholic ball.
great aggression from Rahway, but especially for UC bouncing back.
Yeah. Especially for UC keeping control of that ball. Pushing it back past midfield, then past
to the other side of midfield towards Rahway. Most definitely by Union Catholic, they're looking really good, trying to keep that control over the ball so it doesn't turn over to Rahway or even just out of bounds. Thrown in by Rahway. Union Catholic ball again. Passing it down.
And oh wait,
Nice job by
might have
Union Catholic.
created a good. Oh no, good defense by Rahway.
Yeah. Looks like that'd be out by Rahway. But that was a good job back there by Union Catholic keeping that ball in from out of bounds. But looks like they couldn't handle that one. Rahway throwing it in. Up by Union Catholic, I think. Yeah, I believe so.
Rahway really working hard here to make a push.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, Rahway's really fighting to get their own goal here, make it a tie, but got to give props to Union Catholic. Really looking good, especially with their defense, as we've been seeing, protecting our goal here from Rahway. Looks like Rahway's just dealing with something right now. Wouldn't know how to properly phrase what they're doing, but looks like Rahway's about to be throwing it in.
Looks like there might be a timeout on the field.
Believe so.
Is there an injury or a
I don't-
substitution?
Nah, I don't believe so.
Uh,
Throwing it in here by Rahway.
good push by UC.
Yeah,
And
most definitely.
oh,
Will it be? Will it be? Well, still, Union Catholic has control over that ball.
oh,
Stopped by Rahway's goalie. Looks like it's UC ball here.
I believe it's gonna be a free kick.
I believe so. 16 minutes left into the first half. How are we feeling so far, Kelby?
You know, UC's putting on a good fight, but Rahway, I gotta admire their defense. They're not letting UC, you know. Oh,
Wow, Union Catholic goal there from almost midfield.
that was
Looks like a Rahway goalie could not stop that one.
wait. Was it from the line?
That was.
Ooh,
That was a really good kick there. I believe that was
number 13.
Number 13 for Union Catholic. Shannon McGinnis.
That was a good goal.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, I think Agnes scored the same distance last game too.
I believe so. But that was a really good kick there.
That was a real good kick.
Now, if they made that shot before, do you think that's something that they work on in practice?
I
I'd
mean-
say, yeah. You have to be especially for me, because I practice on that same field for baseball, and we practice every single scenario that might pop up. So I'm pretty sure for Union Catholic, they definitely practice something similar. Looks like Union Catholic will be throwing it in. Out by Union Catholic. Going to be thrown in by Rahway's goalie here.
And And a goal kick by Rahway. And now it might be a free kick once again, or a throw-in. Yeah, throw-in by UC.
Ball's been thrown in.
Good throw-in, and UC fighting for the possession. Could it be another goal? No.
Nope, stopped by
Kicked
Rahway.
out by Rahway. I
And
mean, that was a good opportunity right there.
That
We
was.
just didn't, like, we weren't able to perfect it. But hey,
Especially by both teams, by any means necessary. Even if you have to kick it out of bounds to stop it from getting in your own goal. That was really looking good there for Rahway.
yep.
Looks like it'll be a goal kick here.
And Rahway ball, and they're attacking. Good. No, nope. Intercepted.
Kick over Union Catholic's goalie.
Yeah, unfortunately, on a break like that, whether you're Union Catholic or the opposing team, you really got to make sure that you're on that fifth gear when you're going for the ball and you're waiting for the pass to come through. And you want to get as physically close to being offsides as possible without going over. Because on the turf, Brandon, like you know with baseball, anything that rolls out there on the turf, it just keeps rolling. It doesn't slow down like on grass as much.
That's definitely for sure. But again, as you were just saying before, it doesn't stop rolling. You really have to start pushing on yourself, running to get past that and stop it. But just for soccer, I mean, soccer, of course, is a lot different than baseball. But for soccer, it's more keep getting control of this little ball and running it to wherever you have to the field to get that ball. And again, soccer is definitely, I believe, the number one sport for running back and forth, especially trying to keep a ball in their own possession. Baseball, it's a short field and a little ball, but at least you have a glove to stop it, and you can pick it up. But again, I still got to give props to all the soccer players out there, especially Union Catholic here, looking really good with their 2-point lead. Look like it'll be a goalie kick here for Rahway, or goal kick, excuse me. Union Catholic bringing it back down the field, right here on the outside.
Oh,
What
and
a kick by Union Catholic. Could it
that
be?
might have been a handball.
Could be, but it's still right over. Out by,
No, I think it's Rahway ball.
yeah, I believe so. That'd be out by Union
Yeah,
Catholic.
yeah. I think it was a handball.
Believe so. That's one of the many aspects of soccer that my personal opinion I don't like. I've never been a big fan of a sport where I can't hold the ball or I can't pass it or throw it. I mean,
I think that's how everyone starts off, but you really get used to it. But hey, like, it's not even in high school, even in the big leagues, they just been playing it for so long that they don't even like realize it. They don't need their hands; just need it to for momentum as they run. But
yeah.
it's really all about like playing it, but like mastering your skills and stuff, because you don't really need much of your arms in soccer unless you're a goalkeeper. So, oh, offside.
Believe so.
But back to what I was saying. So, you don't really need, you won't realize it as you're playing because you're gonna get used to it. You're gonna utilize yourself to like, oh wait, I don't need my hands. You just gotta kick a ball, boom. But it's more than just kicking a ball. There's techniques to it.
I mean, I've never played soccer, so I'd have to say I shouldn't be speaking whether it comes to whether I've tried out a sport that pertains to not me using my hands or me using my feet. But again, it's really good for soccer players as well because it's just pure instinct after the second, third year of playing. Because you play soccer, I mean, assuming since all Union Catholic sports, they definitely practice a lot. So it's definitely going to be burned into their memory, burned into their brain, especially their instinct, that you just use your legs instead of your hands. But for every other sport that I've ever played, it's always just hands and maybe sometimes legs. But I've never been a kicker for when I played football, but especially for soccer. Really, it's more running, more stamina, and more, I wouldn't say instinct to survive, but instinct to keep control of that ball. That's the main thing that's really being used here. I mean, we could see it here by Union Catholic, 2-point lead. That was a really good looking goal there by Union Catholic before. Definitely with control by Union Catholic, kicking it back down to their goalie, bringing it back up. Looks like it'll be out. Thrown in here by Union Catholic.
Oh, that was a fast break, possibly. Goal? No, intercepted by Rahway's goalkeeper, Gabby. Another push by UC, possibly. If only she looked left, she would have had a player right there ready to kick it.
Yeah. But I mean, you had Rahway having a strong defense, especially on that player there with the ball. But if only Rahway, instead of trying to push the player out the way to get the ball, I've been seeing it a lot by Rahway. Most definitely even by other teams. But the one thing that Rahway really needs to work on is if you're going to be on defense, especially, and trying to push the other player out the way to get control over that ball, you really got to start working with your legs as well, because there's a lot of movement there to just push one player out the way, get the ball, toss it over, just to have it lost control again by the other team. I mean, as we're seeing here, matter of fact, we might see it soon. Union Catholic getting pushed over. So you see before Rahway trying to push, there you go, Rahway trying to push the player out the way to get control. If only that player in front, as you saw before, that two-player on one Union Catholic player, if only that player in front got the control of that ball, turned around, I believe that would have been pushing past towards our goal there by Rahway. But looks like it's a stop by Rahway's goalie here. Kicked in.
And with the pass, ooh, almost intercepted by Rahway. Crosses it, nope.
Looks like it's Union Catholic now under control of the ball here. 6 minutes left in the first half. Union Catholic's really looking good here.
And another goal by the Vikings.
Wow. Union Catholic's really looking good here, especially with their goals.
Goal by who is that? Number
Number
7?
7 again.
That would be Madison Farrell.
Madison Farrell looking really good, especially by her past 2 goals here.
Oh, shit. So she has a hat trick.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Congrats. That's my bad. Now we have Union Catholic ball once again. And Rahway ball now.
I believe it's actually, yeah, Rahway ball thrown in. Out by Union Catholic again. Going to be thrown in by Rahway here. Rahway pushing back towards their goal here. I've been seeing a lot. Rahway's been struggling to get it past midfield line. That means it's Union Catholic's defense and offense is looking really great. Offense, most definitely 3-point lead, but defense as well, pushing a pass. They're or their point in the midfield past to their goal. Rahway's been struggling to get towards their end, which is good for Union Catholic, but it's bad for Rahway. But again, Rahway's still looking good with their defense, stopping Union Catholic there, but just not stopping them enough. That's given us that 3-point lead, especially by that last point there by Madison Farrell, excuse me. Looks like it'll be thrown in by Union Catholic here.
Rahway ball. And I
Believe it'll be Union Catholic here. 4 minutes left into the first half. How are we feeling about those, Kelvin?
I'm proud of what UC has done so far. Being able to score 3 goals and still hungry for another goal. You see, look at their aggression as they're playing right now. Although they have a 3-0 lead, they want to be able to build it up more, make it 4, 5, 6, and to show that they're not gonna show any mercy, especially if they're up 3-0 before the second half. So, and that's what I like, showing hunger for to show not only their opponent but their whole, schedule, their whole conference that hey, we may be, up by a certain amount and before the first half, but we're gonna show you that we're not gonna show any mercy no matter what the score is and how much time is left.
That is for sure. How about you, Brennan? How are you feeling about this?
It's a good game so far. I like how the Vikings have played. I like how they have controlled both the possession of the ball and the pace of the game. It's almost as if during the course of the game, the Vikings are giving Rahway possession of the ball when they want them to have possession. Whether it's to set up something else on defense, set up something else on offense. It's almost as if Union Catholic has full ball control during the course of this game that we've seen in the first half. And again, Rahway gets the ball when Union Catholic wants them to have the ball.
I gotta say, for myself, Union Catholic's amazing defense and amazing offense on both sides. Union Catholic also looking good with control, which is, in my opinion, the number one most important thing in soccer. Number two be withholding their stamina. But holding control of that ball is especially good for both teams. Any team that Union Catholic versus, or any team out there that plays soccer. Because if you hold control of the ball, obviously, you'll get a goal, as we've seen here by Union Catholic with 3 goals against Rahway 0. But again, controls, is number one important. But the second thing that I find is stamina. And I can see a lot of that being worked out here by Rahway, especially because of the way that they have their defense. Pushing, trying to get control of that ball, but just not enough stamina and themselves to have control to get that ball out of Union Catholic's hand. Union Catholic is just like a magnet, just holding control of that ball.
They're doing more than holding control. They're attacking.
Well, that's number one thing.
More and more.
Well, you looking at Union Catholic, they're attacking, but they have the control of that ball that they're attacking with.
And that's what really matters. Even in high school soccer, it's showing. What's the word? Showing no mercy. Like you're being fierce. You're not gonna just slow down, hold the ball, burn clock. You want to build up that lead to intimidate. So that's what really matters.
That's for sure. That is for sure. Looks like it'll be thrown in here by Union Catholic, I believe. And out again. I believe this will be a corner kick here by Union Catholic. So we've seen before in past games, so not just in girls soccer, but in boys soccer, goal kicks most definitely are the one thing that they've struggled to do. But by girls varsity, I've seen a lot by their own goal kicks. They've really have been looking good with them, especially getting that goal. Kicked over. Will Rahway make it past the midfield line? Nope. Stopped by Union Catholic. 30 seconds left. Will Union Catholic get a goal?
Ooh.
Amazing trick there.
She shoot it and
right
just
over
over the bar.
That's all right. Union Catholic still looking good. 3-0, especially in the first half.
Good job by the Vikings. You know,
Yeah,
they have
that's for
they have a
sure.
real strong lead, and now entering the second half, you can, not I don't want to say burn clock because we both know they might not burn clock until there's like 10 minutes left. But entering the second half, they have nothing. They don't have nothing to worry about. But they do gotta stay strong defensively, so they don't let Rahway get that mindset of, hey, if we can score one goal, we can come right back.
That's for
Because
sure.
once they get in that mindset, and I'm not gonna like jinx or anything, but anything can happen.
You got a point there. You really do. Looks like it'll be a goal kick here by Rahway. 19 seconds left in the first half. Will Rahway gain control of that ball or even make it past midfield? Looks like Union Catholic will be stopping them. Pushing the way down.
And
Stopped by Rahway's
good
goalie.
save by Rahway. And that concludes the first half. Vikings 3-0 with 2 goals by number 7 Madison Farrell and 1 goal by Shannon McGinnis.
We'll be right back after halftime ends.
Welcome back. We game just started, and now it's UC throwing in the ball. UC ball once again attacking. Out of bounds, and it is Union Catholic ball. Out of bounds by Rahway. Throw into the box and intercepted by Rahway. Kicked up in the air. UC ball. No, Rahway ball once again. Back to UC, and good defense and aggression shown by Rahway. Throw in by Rahway. And a good D by intercepted by Union Catholic. And nope. And back to UC once again attacking, showing no mercy. UC ball and a good pass, which could be make a fourth goal and a goal by number 14. Number 14, I think. 12. 12, I think it's 12. And that would be Haley Milani. Good goal to make it 4-0 for the Vikings. I think it's been a pretty good game for the Vikings. What do you think, Schuster?
Absolutely. I think that it's a good game so far for the Vikings. When you look at it, they're up 4-0. They put up a good 3 spot in the first half that we saw. And as you said, during that half, they didn't give up. They kept playing. They played with the same intensity. So we like to see that. Whether they get ahead, they don't take it easy, so to speak, where they stop playing. They still get their reps in. They still play hard. They still play the game how it's meant to be played. Looking at it, though, it's good to see them continuing on with the win, or what will likely be a win today. Their last game they did win against J.P. Stevens, so that puts up 2. And to quote Major League, if you win one more, that's a winning streak.
Yep. And you can see right now UC has come back from break somehow more intense. You can look at how they're playing right now. You can see they're moving around. They're loud. They're hungry for more. Like right there. They're attacking more aggressively. Out of bounds, and now it's Rahway ball. Kicked away. Back to UC. Out of bounds, and it's Union Catholic ball. Union Catholic ball. Good defense by Rahway. I think Rahway might need a little more offense to their game, Schuster. Without proper ball possession and movement, they're not going to be able to attack like the way the Vikings are doing right now.
I mean, it's not for lack of effort, Kelvy. As you can see that, they're getting the ball, they're moving it around, they're trying to put up offensive plays, but it looks like the Viking defense is a little overmatched for them. Every time that they get a play going, it looks like Union Catholic reads right through it. They get a girl right where they need to be, and they get a stop, or they get a steal, and they get right back on possession, and they take it right back down the other side.
Yeah, and Rahway's effort is there. It really is there. It's just a matter of proper ball movement and still mastering what the fundamentals of what is needed in soccer. But it's a great defense by Rahway, and if they can somehow like communicate more and pass the ball, I think that they could at least get a 1 goal in.
Absolutely. I mean, part of that comes with open looks, and I don't see a lot of opportunities there during the game because of Union Catholic's defense. They are playing, girl to girl, and it's a very tight defense that's keeping Rahway from getting anywhere near, anywhere close. The opportunities they do have, again, it's always met with a Union Catholic stop or a steal. One or two times we've seen, a pass where there was an offsides or something, but majority of the time, the stops or the changes in possession for Rahway to Union Catholic possession has been Union Catholic defensive stops and steals.
And now it's a Rahway goal kick. I wonder, why do they have the player, like a defender, kick the ball instead of the goalkeeper?
Sometimes it could be a little bit of, every action does take up energy, so you don't want to fatigue your goalie right away. You don't want to give them a running start, have them kick. If it happens a lot, you want to save the energy of your goalie. You want them more tuned and ready for in case there's a shot on goal or in case there's a penalty kick or something of that matter. And sometimes, too, it could be strategic, one goalie could be kicking it in one direction or, get so much distance or whatever, and they might be trying to kick it a different area or a different direction, almost like the different clubs in golf, how you have like a driver and a hybrid and a wood. Sometimes you want to go for the long drive and get it over midfield or at midfield. Sometimes you just want to chip it and get it a little bit and set a play up for something else.
Back to UC with it will be Rahway ball.
And again, great opportunities for the Vikings today. Great shots on goal, on great attempts.
They're creating really good opportunities. And whether they are able to capitalize it or not, there's still great opportunities that show, like aggression and, maybe if you work on, I don't want to because it's there, it's just they have to work on, timing it and, finishing it. But other than that, it's been a real good game for the Vikings.
Absolutely. As we look ahead and see Union Catholic's upcoming schedule, and again, Union Catholic with this game, it looks like they're trying to send a message to the rest of the Union County Conference telling them, we're here, we're ready, we're here to play. As we see in 3 days, Union Catholic will hit the road. They'll take on Morristown Beard. And then on the 10th, in 5 days, it's actually the start of that Union County tournament. The first round, Union Catholic will play Roselle Park. That game's going to be at 4 o'clock.
And that's going to be where here in UC?
Looking at the schedule, looks like, yes, it will be here at UC. So that game should be on live stream. I don't believe that the first round of the Union County tournament for soccer is held at a neutral site. I think that's
No,
later on.
that's later on. That's around the quarterfinals, if not maybe second round.
Yes.
But, with the way these girls have been playing the entire season, I think they're going to be able to win the chip. Be able to make it to the final and win, counties.
That's what we'd like. We're very excited to see the run that Union Catholic, the ladies varsity soccer team, can go on, and not just the ladies soccer team, but of course, the men's soccer team with their county tournament coming up soon. And on top of that, you have girls volleyball, and I'm not 100% sure if their county conference is officially started or if it's starting soon, but that'll be on the way, as well as the county conferences for every other sport here at Union Catholic. We hope and wish that they all do well and bring home a county championship.
And that's good. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, right there, holding the defender on their back. That is something I've always wondered how they're able to do that. Because especially the amount of force the defender puts on them, that's gotta be the most something you gotta master real well as a defender. Because what they're trying to do is gain possession once again, and also burn clock. So I mean, it worked out in the end, but it really it's gotta be a struggle.
Yeah, but that's what they practice for. That's what they plan for. And on top of that, all of these girls represent a varsity high school team. So they're all athletes. So seeing that and these actions that we look at and go, wow, that's really impressive. That's amazing. It's all the mark of a good athlete. And every one of these girls here on this turf are good athletes. That's why they're representing their teams and their high schools here on the varsity level. We see Union Catholic back on the attack here.
And they're moving the ball real well, finding those openings that they right there, a good opening, and that's what led us to being able to win by 4 goals right now is the proper ball movement and aggression, and and that's what's been that's what's been giving us a really good season is the proper ball movement, and you can see maybe a mistake every here and there, but they've been capitalizing off of all those passes, off of those openings right there, and that's what has us in by 4 goals right now against Rahway.
Absolutely, and as we know, even the professionals make the mistakes too. Still.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes, but in this game right now that we're watching, they haven't, it's not continuous. They've been patient, they've been aggressive, and they've shown hunger, but they don't let that hunger, cause those mistakes that you see in the match.
Right.
And that's what has us with 4 goals winning and having complete control of this game.
Right. So they're not overplaying in terms of trying to make the play, trying to, in an attempt that's
they're
going
keeping
to go
it at
overboard.
100%.
Exactly. Yes.
They're not going 110. They're not going over. They're keeping it at a steady pace, controlling the game, not letting Rahway even think that they have a chance of coming back. They're not. They're showing. They're showing what I'm sorry, I can't speak right now. They're competitive and they're not gonna back down, and that's what is important, especially in a game like this.
And as we see, Rahway still not backing down either. They're staying in the fight. They're still going up, matching up one-on-one on these plays, getting stops, kicking the ball out.
And that's what every coach wants. Whether you're up by, let's say, 4 goals or you're down by 6, they as much as that really does bother them, but what they want is their players at 100% until the clock reaches 0. Whether because bad attitude is what gets you no PT, and what coach wants is for you to keep it at 100%. And whether you've had a bad game or if you're losing horrendously, they want you to play at 100 until that clock hits zero, because that's when game's over. Boom.
Yep. They want to see the
They
they
want
want
to
to see the
see,
passion. They
yeah, they
want
want
to
to
see
see
the
the
commitment.
passion through the entire 80 minutes of the game.
And I think everybody here today shows that extremely
Yeah,
well.
and everyone's showing that. And you can see Rahway. They're starting to like slip down, but they're keeping it there. Defense is there, but offense, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm noticing they're starting to slip down the hill a little bit.
I think maybe it's a little bit, again, it's Union Catholic's defense is still going to be my big number one answer and
And
takeaway
they're
from
playing
this
real
game.
good defense.
But as you see, whether it's in the professional level or anything, as the clock starts to wind down and you have to chip away at that deficit, you see a little bit more of urgency and a little bit more of a heightened sense of play, if you will. So maybe that's what we're seeing now on top of that Union Catholic defense. Now that mixed together may help or may not help Rahway. We'll have
And
to see in the
another
next.
goal by UC. Sorry, Schuster.
No. Go ahead.
And that was number 13. And that's Shannon McGinnis once again with 2 goals, making it 5-0. Real good job by the Vikings, making it a 5-0 lead with just 23 minutes left. And now, at this point, they have nothing to worry about. Making it 5-0. And that would, then you know what? I think now is when they can start burning clock and, just pass the ball. That's what, if I was the coach, I'd have them, just pass the ball around. You can attack, but what you don't want is for Rahway to gain complete control. If they could just burn clock at least for the next 22 minutes, I think we'll be fine.
Absolutely.
More than fine. We'll have a blowout game. I believe that was a foul on Rahway. Free kick by UC, I believe. And a goal kick by Rahway. Schuster, you're right. The Union Catholic defense is what really has been a struggle for Rahway's offense, and you can see that they're more, what's it called? They're more, hungry for the ball, and that's what has us at a 5-0 lead. And I see what you're trying to say now.
Mm-hmm. Everybody is in position exactly where they want to be, and that's the way that Union Catholic's defense has been playing it. Back on the topic of Union Catholic's defense, Kelvy, you've seen them in position every time where they need to be. On top of that, they're reading the pass as well. They're knowing where the ball's going, so they're getting in position for that every time as well.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's a throw-in, if not maybe a free kick. Free kick, maybe?
No, looks like a throw-in.
Another break by Union Catholic. And possibly another. Oh, hit the
Ooh.
crossbar. I mean, it's a good shot though. You can't lie.
Yeah, that one was like upper 90. That one was a very nice shot.
That was a real good shot. Hey, you gotta give it to her. It's a good opportunity. Whether, but hey, if I was a coach, I'd be happy either way.
Absolutely, that was a good shot on goal. Just under 20 minutes left in this game. Union Catholic again has a 5-0 lead over Rahway.
And Union Catholic with possession once again. Attacking break. You see what I mean, Schuster? Like in that gap. You see that right there? That's what the entire game is what I was seeing from up here is that triangle that you saw is what really like if we could attack that, I guarantee you it would be a very, very um
A different game.
yeah, different game. And Union Catholic with ball once again. Rahway, no, they're gonna let it go out of bounds. Good job.
Ooh, for a second I thought it was going to stop rolling.
You know, me too. Seems to be what? Union Catholic ball, Rahway ball? I think it might be Rahway ball. Yep, Rahway goal kick. And Union Catholic once again with the attacking break. And you can't lie, Schuster. UC has some pretty good dribblers here, as you can see. They control the ball real well, and that's what most teams are not. I'm not trying to say, not capable of, but they're not like.
Right, it's difficult
Yeah,
at
it's
this level
difficult.
still.
Yeah, and being able to control the ball real well, especially at this level, is really impressive, and that's what can gain more offensive attacks.
Absolutely. There's less of a possibility for a turnover.
Keeping it nice and tight and close, because most players, what they aren't like able to do is keep it close. They dribble and they kick the ball maybe like a whole foot ahead, or maybe or a little too far where the defense can intercept it. UC has kept it. As you can see, their dribbling skills are really, really impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that we can see. They're moving the ball well. They're keeping the ball away from Rahway very well. And like you said, keeping the ball close like that keeps them from having Rahway's defenders come in
Ooh.
and go for a slide or a quick
And
steal.
ooh, could have been a goal. Good opportunity by the Vikings.
Absolutely. Again, we're in the final almost 15 minutes of this one, and the Vikings still keeping their foot on the gas pedal. 5-0 looking for
Without
6.
even touching the brakes, they kept it, straightforward. That they want to show that they are top tier competition, and right now they're really showing out. They're showing that picture that hey, we're ready for whoever, for whoever's next on our schedule, and they're showing that they're not gonna like be nice, and that's what and that's what we want. So keeping it at a good keeping it this way is what you know shows who or oh, no sorry shows what it means to be a Viking.
I couldn't have said that better myself. We'll see a Rahway throw-in. It was a good move before on the other side of the pitch to watch Rahway's attacker get the ball around Union Catholic's defender right there on the line. Unfortunately, it went a little too far off, and Union Catholic was able to get back possession to kick it up and out for that throw in there.
Gotta admire you. If you saw that push right there by Rahway, and she, who was that? Melanie Mendez, possibly. I don't know who, but you saw that she just got up and walked away. She ain't like she wasn't mad. She didn't show any. The self control that these players have is really impressive. Cause me myself, if I be getting, I wouldn't do anything. But hey, I don't have like the I wouldn't have like that mindset of like I'm not caring. But that's really impressive. So I don't even think this team has gone a yellow card all season so far, and that's really impressive. Cause that's what, and hey, and it's a really good thing. Cause yellow cards isn't really something that you should be proud of. It's it really does like excuse me. It really does show that that mentally we aren't there. But this entire season, I don't even think we've seen one yellow card or not even a warning,
Yeah,
and
that's good.
that's really really good. And Rahway, they've been pushing around a little bit, but Union Catholic has really shown they're not letting that bad side get to them, especially because of the scoreboard, and that's really, really good. They're not gonna, you know, tolerate no, such behavior, and that's well done.
Absolutely. They're going to play the game. They're going to play the game. That's about
They're
it.
gonna play it right, and they've been playing it right all season.
That one's going to be sent back right back down to midfield from where it was before.
And Union Catholic with the ball.
That one rolling and out. It'll be a Union Catholic goal kick.
And Union Catholic with the attack. Nope. You haven't really seen Union Catholic, force passes like that, and that's good. That's really good. They kept it calm. They kept it 100, and uh, you know, obviously there's never gonna be a game of soccer where it's perfect, but they've limited their mistakes, and you can really see that.
And that's what's important is learning from it, making the adjustments,
Yeah,
seeing what's
learning.
going
Yeah,
on.
learning from previous games, because there's obviously gonna be games where they've been forcing it, and they really have been practicing on it, or mastering those the passes, and being able to show not so many mistakes that their opponent can use it against them, which is really good.
That one out by Union Catholic. It'll be a Rahway throw-in.
Union. Ooh, a little shoulder there. Ooh, and if she could pass the ball right there, maybe a little earlier. You know,
Yeah, good stop there by the Rahway defender to keep that one getting
that's
through.
good defense. Real good defense, and I like that.
Union Catholic sends it back down to their goalie.
And I think they're burning clock.
Yeah, it looks like
No.
they're just playing a little keep away, sending the ball down. If they happen to
Oh,
wind up on the attack in movement, so be it.
never mind. You lied. Oh, but good defense by Rahway.
And I like the way that Union Catholic is doing that. If that's what they're doing when if they're burning the clock, they're playing, a little bit more relaxed, a little more defensive, so to speak. They're still moving the ball around, and if they happen to wind up on the attack while moving the ball around, they're doing it. They're not kicking it back and really keeping the clock, and really burning up the clock. If they wind up on the attack, if they wind up with an open shot, they're going to take it.
Mhm. And I think I'm out of bounds. I mean, and mistakes like this, right at this moment, aren't isn't gonna affect the game because it's there's 10 minutes left for up by 5, and those type of mistakes aren't gonna do much. But we should be thankful that it's not a close game anymore. But if it was a close game, that I guarantee you would have costed us possibly a goal or anything. But
You never know. I think Union Catholic has played the same way right now that they've played at, when they've scored 4 goals, when they scored 3, all the way back to when the game first started and it was 0-0. So maybe, I mean, we'd have to be in that position to find that out.
and Rahway goal kick. I mean free kick.
Under 10 minutes to go here. We're watching Union Catholic's Lady Vikings varsity soccer closing out a 5-0 lead right now on Rahway.
That Union Catholic defense has really, you know, put a limit on Rahway's offense.
Union Catholic's defense today has been lights out.
It's been something. It's been really, really good.
And I don't even think that Rahway has taken many shots on goal today as well.
Mm-mm.
So it's a good job by the Viking defenders to be able to keep the ball far enough away that, the goalie doesn't have as many shots on goal.
Good push right there by Union Catholic. The ability to, and
Stays with it. Oh,
I thought was a good block by and
they keep possession. Stolen by Rahway. Back intercepted by the Vikings. Vikings send it back over to the middle. Goes for another pass, and that one's going to bounce around off a Rahway defender right into the hands of the Rahway goalkeeper. She'll kick it back down to midfield now. Union Catholic will head it right back to Rahway. We'll see Rahway make another push, but stopped yet again by that Vikings defense. They can't get past
they've kept it
the
heavy.
end in Union Catholic so far.
And the push, offside. Hey, I mean, the defense is it's really shown how important it is to play defense, really. It shows that if you can play defense, you can capitalize and, intimidate the opposing team, and you can really see that I don't want to say intimidated, but it really has shown that defense is, if not the most important factor in any sport, especially soccer. And it's shown that in this game right here, that with Rahway's minimum ball possession, and it's really been a good game for the Vikings. Really shows the importance and the key of defense.
Absolutely, as we're in the final 5 minutes now. Union Catholic again up 5-0, looking to close this game out. Passing the ball around, Vikings still moving the ball up. Good job keeping it from going out. Oop, right past the Rahway defender. But another one right there. And now
Oh, we got. Oh,
little 2-on-2 fighting for the ball. Rahway wins that one. Sends it down to just about midfield. Caught up there by the Vikings. That looks like McGinnis. Vikings making a push here, coming up down the right-hand side, and keeps it in. That one's going to go out, and it will be a goal kick for Rahway. That one's swiped away by the Vikings. Here we go, another push. That one gets through, passed on over. She moves up, she shoots, it's blocked. Rahway clears it out of the goal zone. But Vikings regain possession and take a long shot, stopped by Rahway. Back out to the Vikings in midfield.
I really can't get over how, in a good way, of course, how Union Catholic has kept it. They're still attacking for another goal. That is something that not a lot of teams show. Especially if you're maybe a top team in the state, and you could be up by this much, and they'll minimize ball pressure and attacking. They'll just pass the ball around, and this team shown that no matter the score, they're still going to be attacking for another goal.
And that ball's still live as the Vikings trying to fight for it. It'll get cleared out by Rahway, sent out to midfield. Vikings the only ones out there. Rahway trying to catch up, but it looks unlikely. Sent down to the Viking goalkeeper, passed back out. And here come the Vikings yet again. Two passes up from midfield. There's a third pass. Trying to keep it from going out. And good effort, but it just crossed the line. Referee calls.
Good idea. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
You saw that she kicked the ball, and she did that to burn clock, which is a really smart idea with this much time left. And that's something that I recognize, especially from up here, is kicking the ball. And whether you get, a warning or something, it's still going to be a good idea at the end of the day because you're up this much. And with a minute left, I think I do the same thing to kick the ball to burn clock, which is really smart.
Absolutely. Just keep the ball away and keep the ball as far away from your side of the goal as you can. And that's exactly what Union Catholic continues to do here in the final minute of this game. Vikings passing the ball around still, burning down the clock, moving up. And a pass that's going to roll out. It'll be a goal kick for Rahway. About 45 seconds here to go in the second half here. Again, Union Catholic getting ready, sending a message out saying, hey, in 5 days, the rest of the county better be ready for when that conference or that county championship tournament starts. Yep. Union Catholic now, as you see, Like you said, Kelvy just kicking and keeping it away, just sent that one right back down. They'll do it again with another goal kick.
And I think I believe the referee is gonna call game about now. Yep. And Union Catholic with a 5-0 win against Rahway here today. Great job by the Vikings.
Absolutely, a very impressive game by the Lady Vikings today. And again, Kelvy, I think we can both agree one of the big takeaways of this game, outside of the offense, of course, because 5 goals is something to mention too. That's extremely impressive. We saw 2 goals from McGinnis, 2 goals from Madison Farrell, and then 1 from Melanie Monegas. But the real tale of today's game and story, I think, has to be the Union Catholic defense. Again, they're able to shut them out 5-0. And any time that we saw them have possession, Rahway that is, it seemed as though Union Catholic was right behind them, right on their tail, ready to take the ball away.
Yep, and it's a real good defense by Union Catholic, which is what got us this win, and real good job. I know Coach is happy right now.
Any final thoughts, Kelvy?
No, I believe I said everything I needed to say. How about you, Schuster?
No, I think that we've touched all the bases. Again, a great game here today this morning. The Union Catholic Lady Vikings varsity soccer team defeats Rahway 5-0. That'll do it for all of us here. For Kelvy, for Brandon Benko, I'm Brandon Schuster. Thank you for tuning in today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a great night.